in the form of Raphin'a. Just how good is his form?
Yeah, he's been huge for Barcelona this season, hasn't he? Coming from Leeds, of course, and struggling initially at Barcelona, but just making a fantastic impact this season. And you can see now his numbers for goals and assists. He's up to 20 combined this season, which is the second most in a Champions League campaign. The highest was Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2013-14 campaign with 21. So you wouldn't bet against Raphin'a actually equaling or surpassing that. He got an assist last night. He also had the shot, of course, which led to the third goal, bouncing in off the goalkeeper. So a really fantastic season, just gets better for Raphin'a. So Yamal not the only one making a big impact in that attack.
All right, so what do you think of Raphin'a, bro? So we clearly see that he's been crucial to Barca this season, as well as as well as Jamal. I still think Raphin'a's been more crucial, but you know, it's not everyone's crucial in their own unique style or timing.
I think he's up there with some stiff competition right there. Cristiano Ronaldo, Mr. Champions League, Lewandowski, Messi. He's basically in second place with that stat. And he could potentially pass Ronaldo's record, 21.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is that you know, stats are stats, and they're always great stats to look at stuff like that. I think it's fair to compare Raphin'a to Messi and Ronaldo, because I think he's been the most consistent player in Champions League at the moment. And I'm not saying like, you know, as good as Messi or Ronaldo, but just as in Champions League stages, and also season. Champions League season, I should say. So, you know, I think stats are always great, and you know, if it's a stat and puts him with these people, you know, you can't overlook that. And then again, we're not saying he's better or any of that, but that's always because let's say he does 22, let's just say, but Barca doesn't win. They're not gonna care about it.
True.
If I'm correct, Ronaldo won it. I think he did win in 2014, right?
Can't remember exactly.
I definitely remember they won 2016, 2015, because that was before he went to Juventus, if I'm correct. Robert Lewandowski won it in 2020. Messi, I think they won 2010 and 2011, and then they were stopped in one season, but I don't know if it was the day that Ronaldo won it. I don't think 2013. But the reason these stats are so important is because it's Messi and Ronaldo, right? They're tied to those two. And this is again a little bit off topic, but where's Haaland's name when he was supposed to be breaking all these records and he won Champions League with Manchester City? Why isn't he here?
Yeah, man, Mbappe.
Mbappe, maybe Mbappe will join him maybe next year when Madrid's more solid. But this is a pretty crazy stat also, and it was technically his post hitting the ball, or hit the ball hitting the post that gave him technically the tie against Inter Milan. But yeah, that's all I'll say with that. I think, you know, Raphin'a's a great player. I do think he's contender for Ballon d'Or. Again, assuming that Barca wins 3 or 2 titles at least by the end of the season. Well, they already won Copa del Rey, but at least another title.